began to spread. This David guy thinks he can fight Goliath. And so word gets to now the king, Saul, and David goes to Saul and he says to him, matter of factly, don't worry about this Philistine. I'll go fight him. Don't be ridiculous, Saul replied. There's no way you can fight this Philistine and possibly win. You're only a boy, and he's been a man of war since his youth. But David persisted. I've been taking care of my father's sheep and goats, he said. Now I'm going to pause there for a minute, because there are times in your life when you face up to a challenge, you face up to what's in front of you, and you really wish some key people in your life would see the best in you, would encourage you, and to go, you can do this. But that's not always the case. And there are some times that you have to do what David did even later, did again in 1 Samuel 30. He encouraged himself in the Lord. I mean, I like cheerleaders with pom-poms that just tell me I'm doing a great job, and, we can get them, and, you're doing a good, push them back, way back, I like cheering. I like words of affirmation. I like people to tell me, okay, but you can't always get that. Sometimes you got to zoom yourself out of your life and look back and go, you may not count on me, but I think I can do it. You may be counting me out, but I'm counting me in. I think I can do this thing. And so, like, sometimes you just got to flat out encourage yourself. And so here's what he says, because now Saul has said, you're only a boy. And his brother said, why don't you go back to those little sheep? And here's what he says. He says, listen, let me tell you what's been going on out in the field. When a lion or bear comes to steal a lamb from the flock, I go after it with a club and rescue the lamb from its mouth. If the lion turns on me, if the animal turns on me, I catch it by the jaw and club it to death. Okay? Now, listen, these guys had no idea what was going on out in the field. Eliab sees his brother go out to the field every day, with his staff, and he just thinks he's out there, just out there with the sheep. Oh, get over here. Scratching them on the head, petting them, playing with them. Oochie, goochie, goo. This little sheep is so cute. Like when I say shepherd, what comes to your mind's eye is just, somebody out there, okay, get over here. Come, get over here. And so they have no idea. One thing I've learned over time is to not make assumptions about people and what their lives are. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we do judge a book by its cover. You see somebody driving through town in a minivan. You see Columbus Karen driving through, town in her minivan, and you just think you know everything there is to know about it. You have no idea. Hell might be breaking loose on the other side of the picket fence. You don't know what this lady's been through. You don't know what this lady's walked through. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know what's going on in the privacy of her mind. You don't know what neighborhood she grew up in. You don't know what her parents were like. You don't know. You have no idea what somebody's been walking. You don't know what lion she's been fighting. You don't know what bear she's taken on. Like, you've been dealing with some stuff. And so David's brother Eliab's like, you're just a shepherd. Why don't you go take care of some sheep? He's like, you know what's been going on in the sheep field? Sometimes I have to put my staff down and I got to pick up a billy club. Yes, sir. Come on. Hey, Rod, what do you know about that billy club, Faith? What do you know about that billy? Sometimes you got to pick up a billy club, and you got to fight. And so, what does Saul see? Saul sees a boy. He sees somebody that's not up for the fight. And David says, no, you let me zoom out for a minute. I want you to understand. God has been preparing me. Like, I have gone through some stuff. I want you to really think about this. It says, when a lion or bear comes to steal a lamb, I go after it with a club. What is going on with this kid? What kind of character, what kind of courage is being built in a young man? Like, I'm going to be straight up. If I am in charge of the family flock and a lion gets a lamb, all I know is that means he's hungry. And you get a lamb, I'm just going to go, we're down a lamb. We're down a lamb. We're going to be down a lamb today. This guy got a lamb chop. It is what it is. You cut, you're lost. And he said when a lion would grab a lamb, I would pursue the lion. I would go after it with a club and rescue it from its mouth. I'm not trying to be funny. I don't feel safe at the zoo. I'm not even kidding. I go to the zoo, I'm like, yeah, don't look them lions in the eye. I mean, I know that's thick glass, but it's bad things can happen. I mean, this is incredible. He goes, you need to know what's been happening in my life. He said, if an animal turns on me, I'll catch it by the jaw and club it to death. I've done this to both lions and bears, plural. So we're talking this happened at least 4 times, maybe more. And so he says, I'll do it to this pagan Philistine too, for he has defied the armies. Now watch this. He's defied the armies of the living God. The Lord who rescued me from the claws of the lion and the bear will rescue me from this Philistine. Yeah. Yes, sir. See, you have been going through your life. You've been walking with God, and you've not just been herding sheep. You've been fighting lions and bears. Yeah. You're ready for Goliath. Yeah. You're ready for Goliath. And not everybody knows what you've been through, but you do. That's right. You've walked through it. And God was there for you. And there's something about when you've walked through those hard times and you fought through and you step back and you look at your life and you go, no, I've been through something. You see, there's a transition that happens. There's a transition that happens. When you're in a battle with a lion or a bear and you got it by the jaw and you're trying to get your lamb free and you're in this fight, there's part of you that enters your mind. Why me? Why me? I mean, David had to have thought that a couple times. When a lion is attacking and his life is in danger, he's got to be thinking, why me? Because I've got 7 brothers. Why am I out here by myself? Where's Eliab? Where's Abinadab? Where's everybody at? Where's my dad, Jesse? These are his sheep anyway. Like, what am I doing out here? And so when you're fighting through something, there is a little bit of why me? Why am I here single mom in it? I'm trying to finish my degree. I'm trying to raise my child. I'm trying to snatch my lamb out of a lion's mouth, and it feels like I'm all by myself. Why me? Why me? Why do I have to bury somebody I love? And I'm trying to deal with my own grief and trying to comfort the people that are still alive that I love and try to work through it. Why me? Why am I going through this? Why don't I have a job? Why are my finances always jacked up? Why me? Why am I walking through? Why me? But what happens is when you fight through and God brings you through, you shift from why me to what now? Why me? I make it through, and now it's like, what now? I made it through the lion, I made it through the bear. What? Goliath thinks he's gonna puff his chest out and scare me? I know who I am. I know what I've walked through. I know where I've been. Friend, everything you fought through has prepared you for the fight you're fighting now. Everything you've fought through is prepared you for this fight right now that's in front of you. You're prepared. You need to zoom out and you need to look at yourself, because if all you're doing is looking at the opposition, you're shaking in your boots, just like an entire nation of fighting Israelites. And it took one young man who came in and zoomed out and said, no. I fought through the lion, I fought through the bear, and it was the Lord who rescued me from their claws. You see, if you can tell your story and you can end with the statement, but I'm still here, you're a force to be reckoned with. I mean, if you can end with, but I'm still here. I fought the lion, but I'm still here. I fought the bear, but I'm still here. I don't know my dad, but I'm still here. I don't got any money, but I'm still here. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm still here. Like, if you can finish the sentence with, I'm still here, I've battled through this, you are now prepared for what's ever in front of you. You're ready for the fight. You see, here's the thing. You got to go from just thinking about what you face to thinking about what you faced. What have you faced? What has God brought you here? What has God brought you through? You see, when you look at David's life and you look specifically at his response to Saul, He says, the Lord rescued me. The Lord rescued me from the claws of the lion and the bear, and he'll rescue me from this Philistine. And so what David is saying here is what he's understood is a revelation of God. See, we talked about a revelation of self. You step back and you look at all that you've been through that's prepared you. You're stronger than you think you are. You've been through some stuff. You can make it through. But it's the revelation of God. See, because David knew that although he was a shepherd, that somebody was shepherding him. David says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He prepares the table before me in the presence of my enemies. He anoints my head with oil. My cup overflows. He said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, even though I'm squared up with a lion and a bear, I will not fear evil because I know he's with me. And it's this incredible relationship between how God uses people in shepherding and he uses people in tending and doing work, but at the same time, he's doing a work over them while they're working in their life. Like he knew it wasn't just my skills that got me through fighting this lion and this bear. That there was somebody over me that was helping me. There was somebody over me that was protecting me. He said, look, it was God who delivered me. So you just have to understand, like, you're shepherding a flock, but there's a shepherd shepherding you. There's a shepherd that's shepherding you.